Hi, Nadia. So I was reading and I saw that your app is about giving easy access to Wix services. So let's get started. I like your logo icon that you have here. I think the colors match up well with this lovely like periwinkle that you chose, which I also really like seeing it in the app because so far in a lot of the ones that I've reviewed and in my own app as well, the colors like green is used a lot. So I do appreciate that you kind of went off the book and chose a color that's not typically seen within apps. Okay, so we can either sign in or sign up. I do like that. Let's see, maybe sign up. All right, so this nice sign up page. Just enter in a ton of basic information and then we can continue on. Okay, so I do like I remember that I had left some comments on your work before, so I do see that you updated the color of your little location icons, and I think it works so much better than having that yellow. It's a lot easier to see, and it's distinguishing it from the colors already used on maps. So I appreciate that as well. Okay, so let's see, we can look at programs near the user, which is very convenient. Let's go to resources. Okay. Okay, so really nice that you're using your app as an easy way for your users to go outside of the app and with your direct links, getting them some real good and solid information from accredited sources that they can trust. All right, let's go back this. Okay, and you're also taking them directly to WIC applications so that they can get started after having read and learned more. Then now they can apply. I like that you've included, your FAQs as well. Just so they can make sure that they really are going to be fully eligible, what words available, who's going to get the priority, and what it'll cover as well. Okay, really nice. Okay, so the only thing here with the info upon first looking at it is that at the size that your typeface is currently at, it's a little hard to read with the white. It's always a good rule of thumb when looking at something is if you were to squint your eyes slightly, would you still be able to read the text? So I just think that maybe also for people who have certain like who are visually impaired, that it would be quite difficult to read this, because also if this page was completely in grayscale, this light purple would be pretty close in value to the white text that you have. So maybe something to make it easier to read would be either making the text a bit bigger, maybe slightly adjusting the color to it, because here it's really easy to read the white everywhere else. So I think the thickness, the boldness of the fonts, as well as the size, is what's gonna help make that distinguishing a little bit. Another thing here on this side is just since you have resources and accounts fully spelled out, I would probably also fully spell out information. But I do like the notation the visual notation you have here by having, if it's something that's clicked on, you have it in yellow instead of white. So the user knows which tab they're currently floating on. Okay, and you can visit the account. Okay, so I like that we have the profile picture here, and that you're asking the user what they'd like to do today, and then giving them the options that they have. So okay, you can add your card. All right, and your WIC number directly into the app. Okay, nice. Oh, perfect. I personally, I don't know a lot about WIC services and how the cards work. So I do think it's really clever to add a balance of maybe what the user has already used on their allotted amount of WIC for the month, and what they can still redeem. So very nice. Okay, cool. And okay, so you can have like multiple cards at once and shift through them, and that's very clever that you also have that changing of the colors on the cards. I really appreciate that. That's very smooth. Okay. All right, and then we have the edit profile page. Nice. Okay, and then you have a good amount of different languages to choose from, which is nice as well. Can be updated. And settings. Nice. Okay, cool. Really nice to include a settings page just to make the app even more personalized to the preferences of the user, and just nice that they can come back and update this at any time. So you're really putting a lot of thought into this, Nadia, which is really great work. You know, you're making a lot of things actually fleshed out and usable and clickable in the app. So I can tell you've put a lot of time into this. And okay, I see there's a terms of service. Okay, see this, because the text is bigger here, it is easier to read. And the information is here. The only thing I see why you put the terms of service smaller, because it's not as important to the rest of the app and probably not going to be as frequently clicked on and looked at. But maybe you could make it the font size just a little bit bigger, so that it doesn't go ignored, because when I was first looking through everything, I hadn't noticed it at all. So yeah, I think make that bigger. But also, like I said, you've definitely fleshed out a lot of the aspects of your app. So, you know, including the terms of service, like that's also really impressive that you added that in there. And you're talking about, you know, how the personal data is going to be treated, and different things about distribution of information. Very smart on your end for the app to be providing full disclosure to the users. Let's see. Okay, so going back to explore the map a little bit more, because I didn't know that I could click on the locations, but like I said, you really have thought about everything here, which is super, super nice. So we have takes you directly to the markets with being able to call them, go look at their website, place an order. Let's see. Yes, very nice. Taking us to Google to look exact right at the centers. Let's see how. Cool. Okay, so delivery or pickup for the orders. You can put in different specific terms that you'd want as well. Also super nice. And then you can go ahead and go through and confirm the order. All right, so okay, nice that you have that example of exactly everything in the groceries and the amount and how much it's going to cost, and then the user can choose to pay for it. Oh, confirmation code. Okay, yes. So yeah, Nadia, I don't really have too many things to add on. I think you've done a super, super good job. And your flow is working. It's working really well. It's very, very intuitive. You've thought a lot about what the user's process would be, and you've really gone through and added so many details to really make the app feel realistic. So I think you've done an amazing job.